An alteration of the timeline for the superhero The Flash creates ripples that disastrously alter the universe. The Flash must team with other heroes to restore the timeline while the Earth is ravaged by a war between Aquaman's Atlantis and Wonder Woman's Amazons. I'm Caboose XBL, and today I'm going to be reviewing DC Animated Films' latest, Justice League: The Flashpoint Paradox. So the first thing that I wanted to start talking about with this film is its animation. It was done so well. It's probably the best animation that they've done to date, I think, other than maybe some of the Green Lantern films and Justice League Doom. But my goodness, the animation is done very well. Characters like Superman and characters like Batman all look as though their characters should look. You know, Superman's a freaking Herc. He's friggin' just monstrously huge. And Batman, he's Batman. And then the Flash's costume looks great, along with Professor Zoom, who does show up in this film. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about is the voices, because there's actually a few big name voices for this film. We've got Michael B. Jordan. For those of you who don't know him, he is in the latest film called Fruitvale Station. He was also the African American guy in Chronicle, and I think that's just about it. He's getting big, slowly by slowly. That's some of the more recent things that you'll kind of recognize him from, and he does the voice for Cyborg. He does a great job with it. I just kind of felt taken away from the Cyborg voice simply because of the fact that they kind of added a little robotic sound to it, if you know what I mean. But yes, I know a lot of people are going to be upset that it's not the original voice actor for Cyborg in like Teen Titans, or even the one from Injustice, which is the one from Teen Titans. But yeah, Michael B. Jordan does a great job with it, and I think he's a much better choice because the Cyborg in the Teen Titans and Injustice, they kind of a little more lighthearted, and this film is not nowhere near that, but it is. I say it's got a much more dark tone than a lot of the animated films have some of the time, you know. But there are obviously dark tones in most of the animated films. I'm just saying that this is a genuine story. But anyways, other voices we got Ron Perlman himself, Hellboy, voicing Slade Wilson, other known as Deathstroke. We've got Nathan Fillion coming back to voice Hal Jordan, other known as Green Lantern. And instead of Michael Rosenbaum, who usually does the voice for The Flash in things such as Justice League Doom and the Justice League animated series, this time around we have Justin Chambers voicing Barry Allen, The Flash. Some of you may know Justin Chambers from Grey's Anatomy. I don't really watch that show, and I haven't really heard of him other than that. But we have two voices for Batman, Kevin Conroy being one of them. Now, the second voice for Batman is Kevin McKidd, and I can't really tell you why there's a second voice with Batman. I mean, if you haven't read the comic or if you're planning to see this animated series, I'm not going to tell you why there's a second voice because it will spoil not a key plot point, but a plot point in the film. So, yeah, Kevin McKidd, he's not really in much, but he is voicing the Flashpoint Batman. And now let's just get right into this film. It's amazing. Honestly, there's a long line of DC animated films. We got Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, Green Lantern, First Flight, and Emerald Knights, Justice League, Doom. But this honestly tops them all. This film is so good in so many different ways, and I'm just so glad it exists. It's just the story is so well done, and this is one of their longer ones. It's including the credits, it's about an hour and 30 minutes, so it gives you plenty of time to allow yourself to comprehend and develop what the plot is about and what's going on in the story, and it does a very good job with that. So I was really thoroughly invested in this film, and especially invested in the characters. At times I was on the edge of my seat with what I was seeing on screen. It was so well done. It's very well paced. There's action when you feel like you might get bored, and there's a lot of character development when there needs to be. So it does a very good job with that. This film is worth every penny, whether you are buying it on DVD or Blu-ray or online, because it deserves a 5 out of 5. Like I said, wherever you gotta go on July 30th to pick up this film, do it, because it is 100,000,000% worth it. You will be completely invested, and if you enjoy these DC animated films, you will love this one especially. I can't say that I'm being biased because, a lot of people know Flash is my favorite superhero, or, I just saw this one recently, so I'm going to think it's the best thing ever. With putting being biased aside, this film is honestly one of the best. Anyways, if you've seen this, tell me what you think of it down below. I'm Caboose XBL. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.